and you're watching Ndtv Profit.
It's that time of the week when we bring to you innovations from across rural India. Hello and welcome to India Innovates. These are stories of people who thrive on new ideas. Their inspiration is their own imagination and they simply love to innovate. While the story behind every innovation is special, the innovators themselves often have very interesting stories to tell. To begin with, it's a variety of reasons that make them innovators in the first place. Last week, we met Narayanan Namboothiry from Kerala's Alappuzha district. Narayanan Namboothiry's passion for recycling waste and his passion for creating something out of nothing at all is almost infectious. In fact, we got a lot of mails from some of you wanting to know more about his innovations. For those of you who are inspired by this passionate professor, here's more. Narayanan Namboothiry is a storehouse of new ideas. In fact, he's a jack of all trades and a master of most. He tailors his own shirts, he makes his own furniture. In fact, the gate that I'm standing in front of right now has also been made by him, and it has an interesting 3-in-1 lock system. Narayanan Namboothiry beginning his day with a cup of tea. A quiet moment for him as he catches up on all that's been happening around the world. But Namboothiry does not get time to do this very often. Namboothiry spends most of his time in this little room, his workshop. These are the tools that he has used for many years to make his dream of functional and useful innovations come true. One of his many innovations is this spray painting machine. But why make something that already exists in the market?
In market we get a machine which is firstly it will be high cost machine, and it is a very big one. It cannot be used for small scale purpose such as for artworks, designing albums, etc. And it will be having only one container. So when you want to change one color from another color, you will have to empty the container and you have to clean it, and again you have to fill another color, for which much labor is consumed. It will consume paint also, so much color is wasted, much labor time is involved. So this can be eliminated by just changing the bottles in which different colors are kept. So within few seconds you can change colors, say from one color to another color, and so very convenient to handle. Even it can be handled by children also.
The machine is also an excellent example of Namboothiry's passion for recycling waste. At the heart of this machine is a compressor from an old refrigerator that compresses air. Air is stored in the air tank, which is connected to an old bottle used to store paint, and then there is an old ball pen refill. Once the machine is switched on, air is jetted out through the refill, and along with this high pressure air, paint is sprayed out evenly.
We can make containers by using thrown out bottles and use the refills, use the ball pen refills by removing its ball at the tip of the ball pen refill. We can make the jet of the container spray gun, and it is not at all expensive.
The use of old bottles for the paint and old refills ensures that the cost of the machine is low. The whole apparatus can be assembled at under 3,000 rupees. You can also fill as many bottles with as many colors as you want. And so switching from one color to the other while painting is no hassle at all. Here's another innovation that takes Namboothiry's passion for recycling forward, a low-cost welding machine made out of recycled iron. While this innovation works on the same principle as other welding machines in the market, the USP is that it's compact and therefore easy to handle. After 20-odd innovations to his credit, Narayanan Namboothiry recalls how it all started.
I was basically a science student. I am having aptitude towards science. So I use my spare time for say how these principles which we study in our classes can be applicable. So we have to connect things from theory to practice. Otherwise there is no use for theory. So we have to put these theories into practice, and that should be available for the use of the general public, or the public should be benefited with these theories.
Currently, Namboothiry is a lecturer of economics at a nearby college and finds it tough to balance his time between his profession and his passion. Fortunately, his wife and children provide the much needed support for him to continue his experiments. Now all that he hopes for is recognition of his innovations so that his recycled work of art does not go waste. Like I said earlier, Narayanan Namboothiry has several innovations to his credit. If you'd like to know more about any of those innovations, then get in touch with the National Innovation Foundation or NIF. Their email address is info@nifindia.org. And if you have any suggestions or comments for us, then email them to us at feedback@ndtv.com or feedback@ndtv.in. You could also SMS us at 6388. And if you have any new ideas of your own, or if you'd like to get in touch with an innovator showcased on the program, then write to the National Innovation Foundation. You can write to the National Innovation Foundation. Their address is PO Box 15051, Vastrapur, Ahmedabad 380015, Gujarat. Their toll-free number is 1800-233-5555. The National Innovation Foundation helps grassroots innovators with technical, financial and copyright expertise. We'll be back next week with many more interesting innovations. But until then, from all of us here, goodbye and thanks for watching.
This is NDTV.